The Byronic hero is a character notable for being sullen, withdrawn, hard to like and hard to know, but usually possessing a rich inner life and a softer side accessible only to a special few. Byronic heroes are charismatic characters with strong passions and ideals but who are nonetheless deeply flawed individuals who may act in ways which are socially reprehensible, being definitely contrary to mainstream society. A Byronic hero is on his own side and has his own set of beliefs which he will not bow nor change for anyone. His internal conflicts are heavily romanticized and who himself ponders and wrestles with his struggles and beliefs. Some are portrayed with a suggestion of dark crimes or tragedies in their past. Typical traits of the Byronic hero: is usually male and is always considered very attractive physically and in terms of personality, possessing a great deal of magnetism and charisma, using these abilities to achieve social and romantic dominance. One mark against him personality-wise, however, is a struggle with his own personal integrity. Is very intelligent, perceptive, sophisticated, educated, cunning and adaptable, but also self-centered. Is emotionally sensitive, which may translate into being emotionally conflicted or moody. Is intensely self-critical and introspective and may be described as dark and brooding. He dwells on the pains or perceived injustices of his life, often to the point of overindulgence. May muse philosophically on the circumstances that brought him to this point, including personal failings. Is cynical, world-weary, and jaded, often due to a mysterious, dark and troubled past, which, if uncovered, may reveal a significant loss or a past misdeed which still haunts him, or conversely he may be suffering from an injury committed against him. He's extremely passionate, with strong personal beliefs which are usually in conflict with the values of the status quo. He sees his own values and passions as above or better than those of others, manifesting as arrogance or a martyr-like attitude. Sometimes, however, he just sees himself as one who must take the long, hard road to do what must be done. His intense drive and determination to live out his philosophy without regard to others' philosophies produce conflict and may result in a tragic end should he fail. Or revolution should he succeed. Because of this he is very rebellious, having a distaste for social institutions and norms, and is disrespectful of rank and privilege, though he often has said rank and privilege. Vampires are often written as this kind of character, as a way to romanticize and humanize an otherwise disturbing creature, oftentimes to highlight their signature brooding aura. Byronic hero will be compared with creatures that have dark, supernatural connotations with demons, ghosts and of course vampires. He has a tendency to be the unfettered, rejecting the morals imposed by society to accomplish his goals, and may overlap with the Übermensch, who shares the Byronic hero's sense of rebellion and superiority. He may actually acknowledge that his actions are evil but state that there's no way to accomplish his goals otherwise. More overlapping tropes include utopia justifies the means. A Byronic hero may commit immoral or villainous acts in the name of some higher cause which would otherwise be a positive goal, but nonetheless has no interest in outright evil. A Byronic hero is basically an anti-hero of the highest order. But they are different because a typical anti-hero lacks the dark, violent and sociopathic traits that a Byronic hero has. The Byronic hero is a literary archetype characterized by a complex and often dark personality. The term originates from the works of the English Romantic poet Lord Byron, particularly his own depiction of the anti-hero in poems like Childe Harold's Pilgrimage, 1812–1818, and Don Juan, 1819–1824. This figure became emblematic of the Romantic era's rebellion against societal norms, celebrating individualism, melancholy, and moral ambiguity. Key traits of the Byronic hero: moral ambiguity. They are neither purely good nor purely evil, often acting in ways that are morally ambiguous. Their actions may be destructive, but there is typically an underlying sense of personal integrity or an attempt at redemption. The Byronic hero, incapable of love, or capable only of an impossible love, suffers endlessly. He is solitary, languid, his condition exhausts him. If he wants to feel alive, it must be in the terrible exaltation of a brief and destructive action. Charismatic and intelligent, their wit, charm and intellect often draw people in even when they behave in morally questionable ways. Intense emotional depth. They experience passion, guilt and inner turmoil in extreme measures, making them compelling and unpredictable. Alienation. They are often isolated, either by their choice or circumstances, creating an aura of loneliness and mystery. Rebellious nature. They challenge societal rules and conventions, often walking a morally ambiguous path. Deeply flawed. Byronic heroes are not perfect. Their flaws, such as arrogance, self-destructive tendencies or a dark past, make them relatable and intriguing. Their struggles with morality, identity and redemption mirror the human experience, appealing to audiences across time and cultures. Unlike traditional heroes, they are deeply flawed and emotionally layered, which makes them relatable and compelling. Byron himself was seen as a Byronic hero due to his scandalous lifestyle, rebellious spirit and controversial persona. Byron himself embodied many of the traits associated with this archetype, from his charismatic but troubled personality to his disdain for societal norms. His fame and infamy during his lifetime made him a living example of the romantic ideal of the anti-hero, a figure who is flawed, rebellious and deeply human. This archetype continues to captivate audiences in literature, film, and modern storytelling due to its complexity and emotional depth. The Byronic hero endures because they reflect humanity's complexity. The Byronic hero remains a timeless figure, influencing literature, film and television. Examples of Byronic hero: Light Yagami and El Laureate from Death Note, Lelouch Lamperouge and Suzaku Kurorugi from Code Geass, Guts and Griffith from Berserk, Sasuke and Itachi Uchiha from Naruto, Kiritsugu Emiya from Fate Zero, Walter White from Breaking Bad, Batman from Dark Knight Trilogy, Rust Coller from True Detective, Dexter Morgan from Dexter, Vegeta and Piccolo from Dragon Ball Z, Bram Stoker's Dracula, Tony Stark aka Iron Man, Hannibal Lecter, John Wick, Tyrion and Jaime Lannister from Game of Thrones, James Bond, The Punisher, V from V for Vendetta, Wolverine, Max Payne. Defining traits of the Byronic hero. Byronic heroes are complex characters who stand apart from traditional heroes or villains. They challenge conventional morality and blur the lines between good and evil. Who is your favorite Byronic hero and what makes them so compelling to you? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, then don't forget to like or subscribe for more videos like this one.